Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shardemarie. Welcome. In today's video, we are going to do a get ready with me. I'm actually getting ready to go to a birthday dinner. I know if you watch my vlogs or if you watch this channel, you know I do a lot of get ready with me's for birthdays because I am just very popular, I guess, and people want me to come to their birthday dinner, so I'm gonna be happily obliged to go. So yes, we're going to be sitting here getting ready for my two stepsisters' birthday dinner tonight. So yeah, but before we hop into the video, don't forget to subscribe as well as thumbs up this video if you like get ready with me. So now let's get into it. It's a vibe on a Saturday. Okay guys, so as you can see, my hair is basically done. I need to do another pass, but we'll do that at the end. And you also can notice that I don't have my eyebrows on because I just wanted to show you guys my eyebrow routine if you are new here and you just want to know how I do my eyebrows. So yeah, but FYI, the lighting might change here and there because like the sun keeps going in and out of the clouds. So if you see a difference in lighting, that's the reason why. So I do apologize for that. So let's get started with primer first before we hop into the brows. So for primer, I'm using my Rare Beauty primer because if you watch my last video, I am going to be reusing the Lawless Full Coverage Foundation, which is supposed to be like the self-setting foundation. I want to reuse it. I don't know, maybe that the primer that I used, which was the e.l.f. primer, it was two e.l.f. primers, the putty primer and the Power Grip, maybe that just didn't work well with it because it didn't really set on the face the way that it was supposed to. I was having issues with the concealer. It was just a lot. So I'm going to retry the foundation over again. Now the concealer, I'm not sure if I'm going to retry it again. It might have to be one of those I'm gonna try it off camera type of deals because I don't have time for my makeup to look a hot mess. Okay, so first though, like I said, primer. Okay, so you can see that just gave me a glow because this is the Optimus Luminous primer, so it does give you that glow. So now for my eyebrow routine, if you don't know, if you are new here, this is your first video of mine, I like to carve out my eyebrows first and then fill them in. So I'm using basically all NYX products. This is the NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer. I personally don't think they make this concealer anymore. So I found mine actually at my local beauty supply store. But online, I don't see it anywhere. But you can use any concealer to carve out your eyebrows. You don't have to use specifically this one. It's just thick, so I like that it stays where it needs to. Okay, and then I take the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Espresso and basically follow the curve of the concealer and my natural eyebrow shape. Okay, so now that we have that down, normally I would go ahead and fill it in with this brow pencil, but because this is a special occasion, again, to stay on lighting, I'm actually going to dip into my e.l.f. powder brows. What is this called? I don't know. I guess brow in defined shape thingy thing or whatever. It comes with two powders and two waxes. I don't ever use this wax. I only really use this wax when I want to just set them in place. But I normally use this color here to fill in my eyebrows. Now, if I want it super dark, then I will go in the last shade, but I'm just going to stick to my normal shade. Okay guys, so eyebrows are done. And this is why I do my eyebrows off camera or before I get on camera, because it literally will take me 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to perfect my eyebrows, because I don't play about eyebrows, okay? Your girl don't play about her brows. So we're gonna move into eyes just because it's gonna be really simple, I think. And the palette I'm going to use today is going to be my Natasha Denona Glam Face palette. And we're going to use basically everything that's in here. I know I'm wearing brown and I know it's springtime and everything. But it's supposed to get down to 40 degrees today. So that means it's going to be cold. And I just want to be prepared. But I'm going to try to spring it up a little bit with a little bit of sparkle. A little bit of rose gold sparkle. So, if you've never seen this palette before, I've done a review on it as well. Again, sorry about this lighting. But basically, down here at the these 5 rows, it gives you directions on where each color should be. But you don't have to follow the rules of the palette. You can always just, you know, mix and match, do what you please with it. But I sometimes just like to follow what it says on here, just because it makes it easier for me to create makeup looks. So I'm gonna go into the transition color, which is like a light brown, and we're just gonna place this in our transition as well as all over the lid. I don't have any eye primer on, so I'm going in bare. Okay, so this is where we're at right now with that transition shade all set. I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm gonna dip into a crease, and we're gonna place this obviously in our crease area and start deepening our outer corners. Okay, so now I'm going to give our eye a little bit of sparkle. I don't have any nails on, so this is perfect, but if you have nails on, then obviously use your use a brush. But I'm gonna go into this color called Outer Corner. It's like a rose gold, and I'm just going to put it in the inner corners of my eyelid and stop it right here, and then just blend out the edges with the same brush we just used with the crease and transition color. I'm trying to see which nail ain't long. They're super long. I feel like they all long. You see how it's a subtle sparkle. Obviously you can make it more vibrant if you use a brush again and then spray it, but I don't need to do all that, so. See, this is why we do our eyes first, because I got some of that outer corner color in my bottom thing. So now let's just blend it out, the edges. Okay, bam. So now we're going to smoke out our lash line. So I'm taking an angled brush. This is from Amazon, I believe. And I'm going to go into this color called Smoke. And we're using this as our eyeliner, and again, just to smoke our lash line out. Okay, so I'm gonna put on mascara and lashes on, and then I'll be back to start working on the face. Okay, so lashes on. These lashes are from AliExpress. They are in E2. I believe they're from a company called Visual Free or something like that. That's where a lot of my lashes are from, besides like Kiss or Ardell. But any of my individual lashes, they all come from AliExpress. And these are just beautiful. They're fluffy. They give me that cat eye, but it doesn't take away from the makeup from the eye look. So love it. All right, so now that we had our primer sitting for a good minute, I'm going to use this Tinted and Brightening Eye Cream from Soleil, I think, or maybe that's the color. I'm assuming this is the color. This came in a BoxyCharm, and I really like it. It has like that metal cooling tip. So I'm just going to throw this underneath here. And I'm just going to blend it out with my fingers. What I like about that Tinted Brightening Eye Cream is that it sort of kind of like takes away my dark circles. So let's move on to the foundation. So if you watched my last video, like I said, I explained how this was supposed to be a self-setting foundation, and I did a wear test for 8 hours wearing this foundation. Like, I went outside, I was at a cookout, everything. And I told you guys how I personally don't feel like it's self-setting, so I still think you need to set it, but I love the finish of the foundation, and I just wanted to give it a try with a different primer, like I said earlier in the video. And this is a dropper, and it's very liquidy, so you can just rub it on your face if you want to, instead of doing what I did last time, which was I put it on my beauty blender. This time I think I'm just going to spread it on the face. And I like to build up my foundation. If I feel like it's too sheer, I like to build it up instead of doing way too much, because you can't take away, but you can always add on. And I just got my beauty blender here. This is from Shop Miss A, but it's from the AOA Studio brand. This is supposed to be like their do for the beauty blender, but this also, if you purchase these, they goes towards a puppy or a animal shelter charity or something like that. So I always get these, and they come in a pack of 5, and you can't beat it. I think these run for like $8 for a pack of 5. You can't beat that. So love it. And if you're wondering what my shade is in this is I don't know what shade this is. Oh, this is in the shade Honeycomb. God, I wish you guys can see. This is beautiful. This coverage is beautiful. Now, I did say I think this is like a buildable full coverage, because it's not super full, because I can still see some of my dark marks on my skin. But that's fine. I don't have a problem with my dark marks or whatever. So, yeah. Now, I'm just going to add a little bit more on the forehead. Like this much, and then just a little bit more on the cheeks area. Let me see if I turn off my light, if y'all can be able to see the coverage and the beauty of this foundation. Like, this is without my ring light on. This is what it's looking like on me. Like I said, I know I look scary right now, but however, you guys see the coverage. Like I said, to me personally, I feel like it's a medium buildable coverage. So if you only want you just want to even out your skin tone and slight coverage, then I would just do what I did with that one pump. But you can always just build it up. I only did one pump on my forehead, as you guys can see, just because I really don't need that much coverage on my forehead. But other than that, this coverage is beautiful. It looks better than in this time around compared to my initial my initial review of it. Again, it could have been just the primers that I used. This time it doesn't look crazy or anything like that. So now, if you watch that video, you guys know this concealer was giving me so much trouble, but maybe this time around it's going to work differently. So this is the Long Wearing Skin Nourishing Clean AF Conceal the Deal Full Coverage Concealer from Lawless. This is in the color Olive. I also like to let my concealer sit for like a minute or two, so I'm gonna do that and then we'll blend it out. Okay, so I blended it out. Right now, there's no issues. It's not, again, this is not as full coverage as, you know, it's claiming. To me personally, I still see some dark circles. So I'm going to build this up again, but just in this area here. Okay, so it's looking good. I can say, again, using these products, they are looking 10 times better than when I was my official review, because baby, something was going on with this eye. It was like exaggerating my lines. It was coming off. It was just doing everything under the sun but what I needed for it to do. So before we set anything, we're going to finish up with our cream. So I'm going to go back into my face palette and I'm going to take this blush here. It just says cream blush. And I'm going to take this fiber brush. This is from Half Cake. This is their dual fiber brush. I'm going to use that to do my blush. Using a dual fiber brush, it just gives you a flush of blush if you don't want it to be as pigmented and crazy looking. It just gives you a nice little touch, which is what I want. Because the restaurant we're going to, it's nice, but it's not like super nice. Yeah, I'm getting dressed up, but it's because I don't go anywhere, so this is my only time to really get dressed up. But I've been there before. I went there for my birthday, and again, I was dressed up then. It's a nice little classy hood spot, I would call it. It's a classy hood spot. It's beside a really nice restaurant, but it's a classy hood. Like, you don't have to be in a suit and tie to go to this restaurant. You know, I'm wearing a full-blown dress and some heels. I got a full face of makeup on, but it's also a birthday. So it's like, you have to, okay? So now that is all done. We're done with all of the cream. So now I'm going to set my face using my Black Opal True Color Soft Velvet Finishing Powder. This is in medium. It's basically my skin tone. I used that in the areas that I didn't use the concealer. And then for the concealer, last time I used the yellow powder from OBV Beauty. I don't think I'm going to use that powder again because it was just like, the powder was just like stuck right there. I don't know if it was too powdery or what. So I'm going to probably use my Maybelline Fit Me powder in medium for my under eyes, mixed in with my, where is it? Mixed in with a little bit of my Essence Brightening Up powder. So those are the powders that I'm going to use. Okay, this lighting is trying to play me. Trying to play me. Alright, so let's add some bronzer. For bronzer, I'm using my LYS bronzer in Strength, which is a dark. And I just take a big, well, it's not big, but like a packed dense. I don't know what type of brush this is, but I just use this as my bronzer because it fits right in where my cheekbones is. There we go. I know right now it's looking crazy. Your girl was looking crazy. So for blush, I'm going to go back, not go back, but I'm gonna go into my One Size palette. I did a review on this as well. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go back into that duo fiber brush, and I'm just taking that middle one. And I said it in that video, this blush is super pigmented, so tread lightly. You see how pigmented that is? But it's a beautiful peachy color. This is in the color Freaky Peach. Like I said, I was going to bring some, somehow I was going to bring in some spring into this look. Okay, last but not least, we're going to do highlighter. And if you know, you know. I use my fave, my Amrezy. Amrezy and ABH collab. Y'all, I haven't turned my ring light back on since I turned it off so I can try to show y'all the true color of my foundation, and I still look washed out. So I'm sorry guys, I don't know what to do about that. But let's set our face. We're using the airbrush setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. Just gonna make our makeup last all freaking night, all night long. Alright, so now I'm gonna go back into my palette. I'm gonna go back into the color called Smoke. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the color here. And we're going to basically use the same brush that we used to smoke out our lash line. We're gonna use it to smoke out our waterline. And then just take that same brush that we was using for this whole look basically and just blend it out. Yeah, there we go. Mascara, my Makeup Revolution 5D Lash. I normally use Right Now, which is like my favorite bottom lash line mascara. Is from Item Beauty, but I don't feel like digging for it, so I'm just going to use the one I used earlier today. It's okay for the bottom lash line. I like it technically for the top, but it's okay, it's decent. So for the inner corners, I'm actually going to go into my newest palette, which is my Natasha Denona pastel palette. Again, I have a whole video talking about this palette, but I'm going to use this in go into this color called Illusion, which I talked about that in that video as well. It looks like a cream, but once you actually use it, it actually is like a light baby pink, and it's such a beautiful inner corner shade. I also talked about how for some reason in my palette the pans are loose, but luckily none has come out yet. Okay, so for the lips, I'm taking my ColourPop lippy stick in Sassy. This is from their Wild Child collection. I'm using this as a liner and as a all over lip color. Beautiful, but we're gonna light it up a bit. So I'm taking my Juvia's Place lipstick in Lady and just focus it in the middle. Okay, so see, now that the clouds are going away, you can see what my face looks like. And it looks good. Look good. So that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Get ready with me. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed, as well as turn on your bell notification to get notified when I upload my next video. I love you guys. Thank you much for the support, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.